The city must be shut down.
A film that premiered in 2013 told everything we would experience 7 years later. The panic, the quarantines, the overloaded hospitals, the helpless governments. And above all, the despair of humanity in the face of an uncontrollable virus. Two smugglers in Seoul, Byung-woo and Byung-ki, discovered that dozens of illegal immigrants had died inside a shipping container from a mysterious illness. Only one man survived, Monsai. But they had no idea this was the beginning of a terrifying nightmare. When they took the infected younger brother to a clinic, the virus began to spread. Within just a few hours, it infiltrated the community. And no one expected that it was a mutated strain of H5N1 influenza, capable of killing within 36 hours. The main characters are Ji-gu, a rescue worker from the emergency response team, and Kim In-hae, a stubborn doctor at a prestigious hospital in Bundang. They accidentally meet during a tunnel collapse where Ji-gu heroically saves In-hae from danger. But after the accident, both of them are drawn into the unfolding catastrophe. A deadly virus is spreading silently. In-hae, along with the Korea Centers for Disease Control, traces the virus back to the shipping container and orders its destruction. But it's too late. The virus has already exploded into a full-blown epidemic. The mutated H5N1 strain is confirmed to be able to kill within 36 hours. Bundang is locked down. The virus spreads rapidly, with over 2,000 infections recorded in a single hour. In-hae's daughter, Mireu, is also infected after coming into contact with Monsai, the only survivor from the container. Both she and her mother are denied evacuation and instead sent to a quarantine facility. Ji-gu reunites with the mother and daughter inside the quarantine zone and realizes how dire the situation is. He sympathizes with In-hae after learning that the government has completely abandoned the infected area and has no intention of rescuing them. Eventually, Monsai is found inside the quarantine camp. He has miraculously developed antibodies and fully recovered. Medical staff quickly take blood samples from him to begin developing a vaccine, bringing a flicker of hope to the doomed city. Worried for her daughter's health, In-hae rushes to Monsai, hoping to extract a small amount of antibodies to treat Mireu. Although Mireu already has some antibodies in her system, her condition is still critical. Soon after, Mireu shows symptoms again and is taken away for further examination. As the situation worsens, Ji-gu throws himself into the infected zone, risking everything. What he finds is horrifying: a mass cremation site where thousands of corpses, and even living infected individuals are being burned together. Fortunately, Ji-gu has his phone with him and manages to record the scene. He uploads the shocking footage, revealing the brutal truth to everyone in the camp. At that moment, Monsai is tragically killed by Byung-ki, the older brother seeking revenge for his sibling. Meanwhile, government leaders realize they've lost their only source of antibodies. The plan for mass quarantine can no longer proceed. The president of South Korea, the prime minister, and the US ambassador hold an emergency meeting. Under international pressure, they authorize the suppression of riots and issue shoot-on-sight orders for anyone attempting to escape the zone. A brutal command is given: anyone who crosses the boundary will be executed to prevent Bundang from infecting the rest of Korea. At the same time, a rioter discovers that Mireu has antibodies and kidnaps her, hoping to use her blood to cure himself. Thankfully, Ji-gu and Kyung-ub arrive in time to rescue her. But the viral footage Ji-gu shared earlier now makes Mireu a military target. As In-hae rushes to save her daughter, she is shot. Mireu shields her mother and cries out for the soldiers to stop firing. The heartbreaking scene moves the crowd, and the people rise together to protect the mother and child. South Korea's Ministry of Health receives confirmation from In-hae that Mireu has developed antibodies and fully recovered. The president immediately orders all military action to cease and requests the WHO to cancel the planned airstrike. Mireu is transported to the nearest medical facility to help create a vaccine and special treatment. At the same time, medical teams are sent back into Bundang to provide aid to the remaining citizens. It can be said that Korean cinema has made tremendous progress in the disaster film genre. Flu, 2013, which premiered even before the blockbuster Train to Busan, managed to include all the essential elements: intensity, emotion, and heroic spirit amidst a deadly outbreak. What made it powerful wasn't superpowers or saviors and capes, but everyday people rising to the occasion. A rescue worker doing his job. A single mother risking everything for her child. A little girl whose immunity became humanity's last hope. With a brilliant cast, Jang Hyuk as the unwavering Ji-gu, Soo Ai as the fierce and empathetic In-hae, and Park Min-ha, the breakout child star, Flu reminds us, true heroism doesn't look like perfection. It looks like love, sacrifice, and refusing to give up when it matters most. And maybe that's what makes Flu so haunting, even today. Because it didn't just show us what a pandemic looks like. It showed us what it demands from us, and who we choose to become when the world falls apart.